If you were to build an AFL player in a lab to place in any side, some of the attributes may include the versatility to play most positions, so for that we will need some height, roughly 6'3" or 6'4", power and burst, good marking both in contest and overhead, but also ground prowess to pick the ball up, elite skills and decision making, especially kicking and being able to use both feet. The ability to go forward and kick goals would be handy, but not losing the defensive aspect of dropping in holes to spoil and tackling. Throw in leadership, consistency of play, and performance in clutch moments, and I think that would make a pretty complete lab-built footballer. No player is perfect, but one does come to mind.
Some problems here for the Hawks. Mitchell can't get it out. Liberkin, you know who? Of course it's him. It's him. You know who it is.
Now I'm not saying Bontempelli is the GOAT or even the best player playing right now, but to me, he seems the most complete. Watching him week in and week out, it sometimes does seem he was built perfectly in a lab. He ticks every box of the before mentioned attributes, and I don't think there is an area of the game he's below a 7 out of 10 in. He is once again having a monster year and is the number 1 rated player in the game this season. 27 disposals a game with 13 goals to go along being top 6 in contested possessions, clearances and tackles per game, the only player in the competition to do so. Josh Dunkley's departure was a big deal for the Bulldogs midfield, and with Bailey Smith and Adam Treloar also having pre-season setbacks, the Bont has been the number 1 man in the middle, attending a career high 82% of centre bounces, up 24% from last year and 9% from 2021. It's shown with his contested numbers being career high, but his polish and touch hasn't wavered a bit. The consistency of Bontempelli is just as remarkable as his current form. From 2015, his second year in the AFL, till 2023, Bontempelli has been a top 20 player every single season according to player ratings. No other player has matched that. And besides 2017, where he was 20th, he's been a top 10 rated player in every other season. It's a testament to his durability and dependability. He has piled up 4 All-Australian Blazers in the same period of time, only behind Dangerfield and Gawn, who have 6 each. He has 4 best and fairest, an AFL Coaches Association Champion Player Award in 2019, AFLPA MVP in 2021, and a second place Brownlow finish the same year. But to be a top 10 player in your second year is incredibly rare. Nick Daicos is the best player in the AFL, and he's just 20 years old. There's been much discussion if he is the best 20-year-old in history. The comparison especially is with Chris Judd. This isn't a slight on Daicos or criticism at all, but a reminder of what Bontempelli achieved at the same age. His 2016 was all-time great. It was his 3rd year, but he was the same age as Daicos. He was the 8th rated player, won the best and fairest, and was all-Australian. But it's his finals performances that stand out. For 4 straight finals, he averaged a player rating of 18.75. For perspective, that is a higher rating than every single player from 2018 onwards, besides Nick Nananui in 2021, who had a season rating of 18.76, just 0.01 higher than Bontempelli. At 20 years old, Bontempelli went up against the 3-time rating premiers and had 27 disposals and kicked 2 iconic goals. In the prelim, he nailed a clutch goal to put the Dogs ahead and saved his highest rated game for last with a clean and precise 22 disposals at 90% in the grand final. No 20-year-old has had a better month of football on the biggest stage. As Bruce McAvaney said during the 2016 semi-final,
Has any 20-year-old imposed himself like this fella?
I think the answer is no, but if I was betting a player to upstage it, Daicos would probably be the one. It was probably the goal against Melbourne that began the Bontempelli hype, and he hasn't disappointed since. Besides a Brownlow and Norm Smith, he has won every major award and done it with silk and style. He has captained the Bulldogs for 5 seasons now, led them to a grand final, albeit in painful defeat, but not through much fault of his own, and has been a class act off the field and been an outstanding role model in the community. He is admired around the competition and has been a top echelon player since he was 19. Perhaps the most exciting aspect of the Bont is he is just 27 and has the next half of his career to go.